Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. I want to do a video today about exercising when you have disabilities or back issues or leg issues or whatever. Um, a lot of people that have back issues are lucky enough to have good days and bad days. Some of us don't. I do. I have good days and I have bad days, and sometimes I have bad months. Sometimes I'll have 3 months in a row where I can barely walk because of sciatica. I'm bedridden, and for 3 months I really don't get any much exercise, and it doesn't help you much, you know. And I have like other issues too, that, with my feet and my knees and stuff. So I try to do what I can do, but I'm just coming off like a really bad period because of some issues that I've had with my legs, and as I'm aging, I'm just starting to notice it more and more. And it's, you try to get in the exercise you can. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And I'm not your doctor, so make sure you talk to your doctor first about this, about, going through them or whatever. But with sciatic pain, like for me anyway, I can get out and walk on a good day, and walking helps with sciatic pain, because when I was going through physical therapy, they told me to try to walk if I can on days that I'm feeling good, or even if I'm having sciatic pain, just try to walk as much as I can, and that'll help a little bit. And it does tend to help ease the pain a little bit, okay? And everybody's disability is different, so I'm just trying to give you like showcase what I do for what I have, okay? And you can kind of come up with your own little, exercise routine or whatever. And everybody is capable of doing some exercise, okay? Just to get your blood flowing or whatever. I mean, I try to stay as healthy as I can, and despite having limitations now, it gets more and more difficult. I mean, there's days when I feel like using crutches or a cane, like, because my back is so painful. And despite the pain, I still want to get out and about, because when you're out and you're doing things, you tend to forget your pain, okay? And like with my pain, it's I'm capable of doing some things, and sometimes I'm capable of doing nothing. So on the day, I'm going to talk about the days that I do fairly well, okay? Which usually is not that often, okay? Lately. And you can get light weights, and if you're sitting in a chair with your back supported, like the chair I'm in now, you can lift weights with your arms, and just keep on lifting those weights, because I wouldn't put too much weight on your back. I wouldn't be doing huge weights or anything like that, but I would be working your arms a little bit, doing side to sides with your neck or whatever, or stretches with your arms, and even light yoga, I would call it, almost. You could do that. I wouldn't do any like really bad stretches. There's all kinds of stuff on YouTube that can help you, like what I'm saying, and each person and each individual is different. And I'm going to state that here. What's good for me is not good for you, okay? You know the exercises that you can do and get away with, and repetitive exercises that you can do and get away with. And too much repetition is not good if you're doing it like too many times. I mean, I have days when I can go out and I can walk around all day and I'm fine. And I have days when the sciatica kicks in, or my knee starts flaring up, or my hip flares up, and I might be able to only walk for an hour or half an hour that day without being sore, and that's with painkillers, and other things that I take, tramadol or whatever, or acetaminophen. I'm blessed that I have a good doctor who helps me a lot, and I have a great doctor here in town too, that she helps me a lot. And I'm thankful for what I have as far as medical care. I mean, we have a great medical facility really close to us, and that's been really, really good. But I mean, here in the Philippines, we really got to look out for our health, guys and girls. I see a lot of veterans here in the Philippines that are retired and stuff, and they really let themselves go, their bodies. And you can get up in the morning. I mean, we have 24/7 guys of no work now. We're retired. Spending a half an hour to an hour doing a little bit of exercise, and there's those like stretchy ropes with the handles on them that you can pull on them, and it gives you a little bit of you know like weightlifting type things, and it's like an elastic thing with the rubber cords there. You pull on those, and those can help you a lot. And just getting out and walking for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because a lot of the people over here, the expats, veterans, etc., even Filipinos for that matter, they need to get out and get some exercise during these times. And we are in definitely different times, because a lot of people are sitting around doing nothing, sitting at home, because they don't want to go out, they don't want to get infected or whatever, or what have you, or maybe they're in a hard lockdown, and we live in paradise, guys, and we definitely want to stay healthy. Definitely want to stay healthy. I've seen too many veterans over here die of heart attacks or what have you, because they're not taking care of themselves, and some people aren't even seeking proper medical care. But anyway, like to get an exercise routine going, guys, I mean, what I did was I went out and I bought some graph paper. Okay, I bought some graph paper at one of the stores around here, one of the stationery stores, and I love charting. I mean, some people don't understand what charting is. Charting, you can chart your exercise every day, how much you can step it up a little bit. You can do all kinds of charts with charting. Okay, I like doing a checkoff sheet. If I'm capable of doing walking, guys, I use my phone to do the count, or I just bought a stepper machine, what's good about this stepper is it's not like one of the ones in the gyms. It's small steps, because I can do the small steps, but I can't do the big steps. So it kind of helps me in that respect, but it's a little bit tough on my knees some days. Okay, and I can't do 10,000 steps in a row. I'm gonna state that right now. I haven't even done 1,000 yet, because I'm gonna start at the beginning of the month, and I'm gonna see how many steps I can do in a day. I'm gonna do a 1,000 at a time, and go from there. And if the step machine, if I find out that there's too much pressure on my knees or whatever, I'm gonna go for a walk. And if the walk is too much on me, then I'll wait till the next day and see how I'm feeling that day. But I mean, I'm gonna do a check off to see how I progress. And I have 1,000. I have 1,000 check offs for each day. So if I do 1,000 in a day, and the next day, a couple days later, I do 2,000, I'm doing good. I'm progressing. Okay, and it's a good thing to have that. But also, like, I have other things on there, like different types of exercises. I mean, some people can do jumping jacks, some people can't. Some days I can, some days I can't. Some days it might set off my sciatica, if my sciatica is really bad. I mean, there's days, like I said, where and I realize that. I realize I have limits now, because we're aging, and as we age, those our limits progress also, but they don't have to. We can try to fight those off as much as we can, and be sure to talk to your doctor, guys, about any exercise you do, especially if you have, like some really bad injuries from either the military or even after the military or whatever, or from a job or what have you, or it's just old age setting in and you're starting to get bone spurs, etc. I just think that as we age, a lot of us tend to overlook our exercise routines. We just tend to get fat, and me, I got a little bit of a stomach on me, and I need to get rid of that. And I know some of that's going to have to be diet, because I can't do sit-ups and stuff like that like I used to be able to do. I used to be, before I could do, when I was younger, I could do, 15, 20, 30 minutes of sit-ups, and I had a really tight stomach at one time. and now I can't do that. You know, I can barely do sit-ups because of my back issues. So I found that there are other exercises that you can do. There's this thing where you get down on your hands and knees with a roller, and it has like this thing, and you can kind of stretch your back little by little. And me having sciatica, on a good day, I can actually stretch out my back, which exercises my back, and physical therapists have said that I could do it as much as I can do it, you know, to try to stretch my back and try to get my back stronger, okay? But, you know, like when the physical therapy is good for me as far as strengthening my back, I don't think it really helps the pain issue that much. I think it kind of strengthens my back and maybe stops me from getting sciatica more, I think, by strengthening my back. And I've noticed that the flare-ups are a little bit further between, but not much further between. So it does help. Exercise certainly does help, guys. You know, like in my legs, I do notice like my knee pain is not as bad as it used to be, but I still have flare-ups and everything, and that's you know. So some days I can't do much walking. If I'm having a flare-up in my knee or my feet or anything like that, or my hip, then walking is gonna be out. So what I'll do then is just work on my arms, you know, and you have to have all these different exercises to check off, so that on a bad day with your legs, you can do your arms, your upper body, or whatever. Do side to sides, like to do a twist if you can. Some people can do that on a good day with their back, and on a bad day you can't. And there's yoga exercises that you can do that are very good for anybody, even if you have some sort of pain or something like that. But make sure you talk to your doctors first and ask them, say, hey, is yoga okay? Because some people, they might damage something, so you have to be really careful. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk a little bit about that, just put that out there, that we all need to get exercise, whether you're disabled or not. If you're in a wheelchair or whatever, or on crutches or have a cane, even people in a wheelchair can exercise their arms from the wheelchair by traveling around a mall or whatever in their wheelchair, and using their arms for exercise. Or even around their house, maybe, if they have enough space and a place where they can go, or they can lift weights or whatever, and there's always something we can do, but we need to keep our blood flowing. We really need to stay healthy, guys. And God bless our vets, our American vets, and even Filipino vets, and other veterans from other countries out there. God bless our vets, and the expats out there and everybody else, Filipinos, and this is our host country over here, guys. And some of us tend to get lazy, like I said. Just stay healthy, guys, and be sure to press like and subscribe. I hope this helps some people, because I just thought I'd cover this, because it's something that I do every day. And I just kind of try to push myself every day to keep myself healthy and make myself better as much as I can, even if it's in small increments. Sometimes it can be in big increments. If I'm having a good month, I can pop off a lot of exercise, and then I know usually, because of my back or my hip or a flare up or whatever, that it comes back, but at least my muscles are staying somewhat healthy. You don't want to come off a flare-up and then think, oh man, if I do this, I'm gonna get another flare-up and stuff like that. You need to keep your blood flowing and keep healthy, guys. But like I said, be sure to talk to your doctor first, because my situation is different than your situation. My physical therapists are telling me try to get in as much as I can when I can, so I try to do that. And remember, when you're on a painkiller and you're doing exercise, and you have to be careful not to overdo yourself, because when you come off the painkiller, you're going to feel the exercise sometimes. So you want to, be careful about that. Have proper medical supervision, and be talking to your physical therapist also. Okay, guys? Hey, guys, God bless. Take care, and I'll be back soon.